Project Genesis, Terraforming Missions. In the realm of classified space programs and futuristic technologies, Project Genesis is alleged to be one of the most ambitious and secretive initiatives ever undertaken by humanity. While the public has been led to believe that terraforming other planets remains a distant scientific goal, insiders and whistleblowers claim that Project Genesis has already been working to terraform planets and moons within our solar system, and beyond, for decades. If these allegations are true, Project Genesis may be humanity's greatest secret, an initiative designed to transform inhospitable planets into Earth-like worlds capable of sustaining human life. But the implications of such a project go far beyond scientific advancement. Project Genesis could be the foundation for an off-world breakaway civilization, hidden from public knowledge and beyond the control of Earth's governments. The official narrative: terraforming as a future possibility. Terraforming, the process of modifying a planet's environment to make it habitable for human life, has long been considered a theoretical goal for future space exploration. Scientists have speculated that Mars, Venus, and even some of Jupiter and Saturn's moons could be candidates for terraforming. But mainstream science maintains that such efforts are decades, if not centuries, away. Proposed methods for terraforming include releasing greenhouse gases, increasing atmospheric pressure and temperature by introducing carbon dioxide and methane into a planet's atmosphere, which would create a greenhouse effect. Artificial magnetic fields, establishing a planetary magnetic field to protect the atmosphere from solar winds and cosmic radiation. Microbial engineering, introducing genetically engineered microbes to modify the planet's atmosphere and biosphere, paving the way for more complex life. Nuclear detonation to melt. Polar ice caps, a controversial concept that suggests detonating nuclear devices near polar ice caps to release water vapor and initiate a warming effect. Publicly, terraforming remains a distant dream, but according to those familiar with Project Genesis, this process is already well underway on multiple celestial bodies. The origins of Project Genesis, a classified agenda. According to classified intelligence reports and insider testimonies, Project Genesis was conceived during the Cold War as a covert U.S. and Soviet initiative aimed at establishing human colonies beyond Earth. As both superpowers realized the potential for extinction-level events on Earth, they allegedly agreed, in secret, to collaborate on creating backup worlds where humanity could continue to thrive in the event of global catastrophe. Project Genesis allegedly began with 3 core objectives: terraforming Mars for long-term colonization. Mars was identified as the primary candidate for terraforming, with its similarities to Earth making it an ideal target for large-scale atmospheric modification and ecosystem development. Establishing outposts on moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Certain moons, such as Europa, Titan, and Enceladus, were selected for long-term experimental terraforming projects due to their water reserves and potential for hosting microbial life. Testing terraforming technologies in secret locations on Earth. To perfect terraforming techniques, classified facilities were allegedly built in remote locations on Earth where conditions mimic alien environments. Black budget funding and corporate involvement. Whistleblowers allege that Project Genesis is funded through black budget programs, receiving billions of dollars in untraceable funds funneled through the Pentagon, defense contractors, and intelligence agencies. Major aerospace corporations such as Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Northrop Grumman, and SpaceX are believed to be directly involved in developing the technology needed for large-scale terraforming operations. The alleged terraforming missions. Where has Project Genesis operated? If Project Genesis is real, insiders claim that terraforming missions have already been launched to multiple planets and moons, with classified colonies and facilities established to oversee these operations. 1. Mars. humanity's backup planet. The most prominent target of Project Genesis is believed to be Mars, where classified missions have already laid the groundwork for large-scale terraforming. Alleged terraforming activities on Mars include carbon dioxide, release to thicken, atmosphere, classified missions, allegedly released carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases to create a greenhouse effect, gradually increasing Mars' atmospheric pressure and temperature. Subterranean ecosystems and oxygen generation. Underground facilities on Mars are rumored to host self-contained ecosystems capable of producing oxygen and replicating Earth's biosphere. Polar ice cap. Melting. According to insiders, classified technologies have been used to melt Martian polar ice caps, releasing water vapor into the atmosphere and increasing surface temperatures. 2. Europa and Enceladus. Hidden experiments. Beneath the ice. Jupiter's moon, Europa and Saturn's moon. Enceladus have been identified as potential candidates for terraforming due to their subsurface oceans. Classified missions are said to have established research bases beneath the icy crusts of these moons to study microbial life and experiment with terraforming technologies. Alleged terraforming efforts include microbial seeding, introducing genetically modified microbes designed to alter the chemical composition of the oceans and create habitable environments. Thermal energy to melt. Ice. Utilizing nuclear-powered heat sources to melt ice layers and expand the liquid water beneath the surface. 3. Titan. Engineering an atmosphere for human colonization. Saturn's largest moon, Titan, with its thick atmosphere and hydrocarbon-rich environment, has been the site of classified experiments aimed at modifying its atmosphere to support human life. Alleged terraforming efforts on Titan include introducing oxygen and nitrogen mixtures, creating a breathable atmosphere through controlled releases of oxygen and nitrogen gases, establishing subsurface habitats, constructing underground colonies to shelter human settlers from the moon's harsh conditions. Extraterrestrial collaboration. Are we getting help? Perhaps the most startling claim about Project Genesis is that extraterrestrial civilizations may be assisting with the terraforming efforts. Whistleblowers and insiders have alleged that advanced alien species with knowledge of planetary engineering have entered into agreements with Earth-based factions, providing technology and expertise to accelerate the terraforming process. Potential extraterrestrial involvement in Project Genesis. Exchanging technology for resources. Some insiders claim that Earth-based factions have traded resources, genetic material, and other commodities with off-world civilizations in exchange for access to terraforming technologies. Hybrid projects. Involving genetic manipulation. Certain extraterrestrial species may be assisting in creating genetically modified organisms and microbial life capable of thriving in alien environments, paving the way for future human colonization. Reverse-engineered technologies. Tools of terraforming. If Project Genesis exists, the classified technologies used for terraforming missions would be far beyond anything publicly acknowledged. Insiders suggest that these technologies may have been reverse-engineered from recovered extraterrestrial craft, providing the U.S. and its allies with unprecedented capabilities for planetary engineering. Alleged technologies used in Project Genesis. Plasma-based atmospheric modifiers. Devices capable of altering atmospheric composition through high-energy plasma injections. Artificial magnetospheres. Systems that generate magnetic fields to protect a planet's atmosphere from solar winds and radiation. Nanotechnology for ecosystem creation. Deploying nanobots programmed to alter soil chemistry, convert atmospheric gases, and introduce genetically engineered microbes. The breakaway civilization. Is Project Genesis creating a new world order? Some theorists believe that Project Genesis is not simply about ensuring humanity's survival. It is about creating a breakaway civilization that operates beyond the control of Earth's governments. By establishing self-sustaining colonies on terraformed planets, a select group of elites could escape Earth's limitations, ensuring their dominance over future generations. Potential objectives of a breakaway civilization include preserving elite control, establishing off-world colonies as safe havens for the global elite, ensuring their survival in the event of Earth's collapse. Monopolizing advanced technologies, restricting public access to terraforming technologies and propulsion systems to maintain technological superiority. Creating an extraterrestrial power base, ensuring that future generations of the breakaway civilization control off-world colonies and resources, extending their influence across the cosmos. Why the secrecy? The cover-up behind Project Genesis. If Project Genesis has been operational for decades, why has this information been hidden from the public? The answers lie in the enormous implications of disclosing such a project. Reasons for the secrecy include preventing global panic. Acknowledging that terraforming missions are already underway could cause widespread panic, societal upheaval, and a collapse of existing power structures. Preserving control over advanced technologies. Disclosure would jeopardize control over technologies that could revolutionize energy, transportation, and environmental management. Avoiding diplomatic fallout. If extraterrestrial civilizations are involved, revealing off-world collaborations could destabilize diplomatic relations and force Earth's governments to acknowledge contact with non-human entities. The implications. Are we already seeding new worlds? If Project Genesis is real, humanity is no longer confined to Earth. We are actively seeding new worlds. The implications for our species, our planet, and our future are profound. We may be a multi-planetary civilization. Earth may already be one of many human-inhabited worlds within a growing network of terraformed planets. A new era of space governance. As off-world colonies develop, new forms of government and interplanetary diplomacy will emerge, fundamentally changing the structure of human society. Contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. If extraterrestrial collaboration is part of Project Genesis, then disclosure of their involvement could reshape humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. Is disclosure inevitable? As public interest in space exploration and UAP disclosure continues to grow, the truth about Project Genesis may not remain hidden forever. The day may come when humanity awakens to the realization that we have already begun to transform other planets into habitable worlds, and that our journey beyond Earth is well underway. Until that moment, Project Genesis remains humanity's greatest secret, a blueprint for a future that has already begun, and a testament to the extraordinary possibilities that lie beyond the stars.